first I'd like to speak to you, Crystal, and say that, that's what you get from our sessions, right? Because of how you show up to them. You are brilliant. And
Thank
so you don't need me to tell you to look in. I mean, maybe it's a good reminder to look inward or to slow things down. I remember one time we started to talk more on like the analytical side of things. And it was about like how much, like what you had to do and like the tactics you're using and the strategy. And I just sat there. I sat there for about 15, 20 minutes just watching how well you understood that. I realized she doesn't really need, she doesn't need me to be here for that. That's not the coach she needs. She just needs a space. It's to slow down. And when we slow things down, we just start to see more clearly. And when we see more clearly, we can make better decisions. And so I give that space. I do my best to give that space. So, we talked about need, we talked about want, we talked about desire. I mean, some people really value that space in that time. Me personally, I love spirituality. I love, love spirituality. I love, if I turn this camera around, you see the books that I have. So I'm quite obsessed with, the psycho-spiritual and with success in general. So in my coaching is informed by that because it is who I am. So I bring myself to these sessions. And so that's what you're experiencing, and to be someone's advisor, I'm not really interested in being someone's advisor or someone's guru or something. I'm not interested in being any of those things. I want to be, have you watched Game of Thrones? I really like the hand. I like the idea of being the hand. I really like that.
That's an interesting archetype. Yeah.
I love that idea that it's not about being king or being queen. It's being the really powerful support for that king or that queen. The king or queen is already a powerful person. They don't need someone to say, do this, do that. They just need to have that person that they can go to, that they can trust, right? And can help them to move forward in what their endeavors are.